What's up, movie Jewish Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back. This is the final Schmoedown match I've missed out on that I had to watch before new matches start coming up tomorrow. So I kind of did manage to narrow the gap just in time for it to get longer again. But, you know, such is the way of life and such is the way of a Schmoedown reactor. Anyways, this one is between Bateman and Perri Nemiroff. Obviously, you know who I'm counting on to win. I mean, there's no... there shouldn't have been any doubt in anybody's mind. I mean, it's the Quirky Mercs. I'm always up for supporting the Quirky Mercs. However, Bateman has been having one hell of a season. I mean, aside from a couple of losses in teams, his only loss in singles has been to Ethan Irwin, who is currently the movie Jewish Schmoedown champion. So take that for what it is. I mean, he already beat former champions in Mark Riley and John Roca, and he kind of lasted pretty long into the free-for-all, only being beaten by his arrogance, but also by another former champion, which he beat at one point, Paul Oyama. So, yeah, there's a lot of champions in this guy's path this season, which is kind of fitting because he's also a former champion himself. So, yeah, I'm really rooting for Perri to win here, but the odds really don't look good at the moment. However, you know, always got to root for your team, and obviously I will be participating myself, but, you know, don't really count on me getting any questions right too much. I think I only got like 3 questions right in the last match I watched. Anyways, let's get this started before I completely lose my consciousness once again. Here we go.
The Schmoedown Cantina, it's the ultimate Schmoedown! Guys, we are so excited to be able to do something like this. Thank you to J.C. Reifenberg, the FCL Star Wars Champion of the World, and the owner of this wonderful establishment. And we are coming to you live from Los Angeles in front of a studio audience. We're so excited to be able to do this. And what a match it is going to be here today, Mark. We've got two competitors here. Obviously, you guys know scary Perri Nemiroff, ladies and gentlemen. Remember last year, Mark, she took out Mike Kalinowski in the first round, busted a lot of brackets. But she's going to have a very tough opponent here, Ben the Boss Bateman. Right away.
Yeah, I think I figured out in my head who the crowd is caring about more in this particular match. They might be rooting for Perri. Maybe she's cast as an underdog in this match as well, but we've seen her disrupt a lot of tournament brackets in Schmoedown's past. That's Christian, I am Mark, and the smell of anticipation mixes with the chicken straight next door, and it just makes this magical elixir of anticipation, of energy, of desire to get to that next level in the tournament, and it all starts right here, right now, at the Schmoedown Cantina.
What's so crazy about this match is not only is it a first-round match that will, I mean, obviously people know if Perri, because she has a record of 1-2, she gets a seat playing up against a top competitor like Bateman. But if she wins this match, not only is it going to be a big upset, but it also just plays into this narrative of the Quirky Mercs. Just no one thought the Quirky Mercs would be where they are right now, and they are in such a position to win the whole damn thing. And Perri could add to that today.
The Quirky Mercs, obvious cat enthusiasts, and now they are using all 9 of their lives to stay relevant in the faction race. And you can make a lot of points in a hurry if you get on a run in the tournament. And on the other side of it, you have Ben Bateman, who is just so hell-bent on not just upsetting everybody in his path, but also winning, getting to a championship belt. But again, what happens if he stumbles here in the tournament? What does that do for his future for the rest of his singles division season? There's going to be a lot of storylines here.
Absolutely. Former champion. He won the tournament back in 2019. That's how he got his title shot and won it. So he's not a stranger. He won the teams tournament. He's been in the final of the teams tournament. He's a tournament master. He's done it so many different times. But we saw what Perri did last year. And if you guys want to see how we got where we are right now, here we go.
Riley, Roka, they show up with a lot of preparation and study, and Erwin shows up with bad Wi-Fi. As I said to you, Erwin, when we were texting earlier in the week, looking forward to getting a drink with you someday, buddy, but today, unfortunately, you're on the losing end.
I hear what you're all saying, that somehow I've brought my bad luck record from Star Wars into managing the dungeon. Instead of playing the top talents in trivia, instead of playing the experts at an elite level, we're going to play the quirky mercs.
There's some unwritten rule in Schmoedown that scary Perri Nemiroff can only play people with belts.
It does make me feel a little better about this whole thing that I beat Kalinowski. I came close to beating Riley. I know I have a shot here, but it's intimidating. The thing that makes it less intimidating, though, is reminding myself how much less I have to lose compared to him.
When you play guys like Ethan Erwin, or you play guys like Roka or Dan, or any of these guys that are at the top, you know you're going to have to go just about perfect. Perri Nemiroff beat Mike to start the tournament last year. I don't really think that there's almost anybody in this entire tournament that I would take lightly.
First of all, quirky? You guys are about the 5th quirkiest faction in the league, okay? In fact, I think today you're playing the quirkiest faction in the league.
I hope Ben is training as hard as we are. I hope Ben is as ready as we are. I hope Ben is ready for Perri to play the game of her life.
You can't name yourself coy and then act like that. You're about as coy as John Kaiser. I'll tell you what, I'll fix it for you. You guys, how about the somewhat eccentric Mercs and exuberant Jandrew? There you go. All right, now I'm back on board.
She has the comeback record and the underdog of the win year award against Mike Kalinowski. Perri is a force. I just found these diamonds that I knew were diamonds not even in the rough, and they played like Beyonce.
All I care about is playing a good match and wrapping this thing up in a headspace that makes me excited to play another one, and to know that all of my practice and my training is paying off well.
Jen, I think that my play over the last several matches speaks for itself. I think I'm playing better than I've ever played. We're a family in the dungeon. We fight together, we win together, we lose together. I know they're going to have my back, but I still wanted to bring it home.
You know, they call Ben the boss because he runs the show. But he's not just the boss. He's the CEO, he's the CFO, and he's got an MBA and kicking A. And he's about to give Perri Nemiroff a pink slip and send her on her way. And as the HMFIC, I predict TKO.
Isn't he so focused on doing his thing, his whole shtick, and I can just play my game and play it well. That's what he's facing right now, and you better watch it.
I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The reason Ben Bateman can't be a team captain is because the captain always goes down with the ship, and Ben Bateman is always the first guy to jump ship whenever.
Look, a lot of smack talk from Bateman, as you knew it would be, and a lot of positive energy coming from the Mercs and Perri Nemiroff, as you knew it would be.
Positive energy indeed, 8-1-8. And so if you look at the managerial perspective in here, we don't know who's showing up for the dungeon. We rarely ever do. We don't know who's going to be walking out with Ben Bateman, but we know this Coy Jandrew, just a beacon of light in a dark world, hopefully celebrating a victory for his faction at the end of today. We're about to find out.
Kaiser's not in the
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown! Good crowd here today. 3 rounds in the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Division. You hear that music from the Quirky Mercs. Perri Nemiroff is about to arrive, ladies and gentlemen, and
sounds like Santa Claus is on the roof.
it really and manager of the year so far. You look at what Coy Jandrew making a case for it. There's no doubt about it. It was Shazam, Dimolanta, and
There's the kid!
here today. I mean, look what Perri and Josh Harwood's doing. And here she comes, Mark. Here comes the Perri Nemiroff. There she is, ladies and gentlemen.
She is back in Los Angeles.
Introducing first, representing the Quirky Mercs with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats. She is Scary Perri Nemiroff! Scary Perri Nemiroff, her manager Coy Jandrew, And you know, Perri has been here before. She has done the dance, and now she looks to do the biggest upset of her career.
That's right. She's going to be playing just to the left of Baby Yoda, who is very shy, hiding in between two vats of liquid. Smeagol right behind her. No, that was not a dig at Coy Jandreau. There is actually Smeagol right behind Coy Jandrew.
And now we just await the boss.
There he
It's a
is.
fun bar here.
Oh, there's Baby Yoda. Is back.
Okay, this is a slightly different sort of vibe than what we got in the first one.
You hear that laughter, and there he comes. Here comes the former champ. And there's that music and the dungeon. And we're getting word that it is actually Adam Witt.
Adam Witt is going to be managing. He's been beloved by the fans and his own competitors, maybe even more so than Kaiser.
He is so. We are just waiting for the arrival of the former champ. And where is Adam Witt? And you can see there's so much. You know he's going to milk it out. And he's just going to wait. And here he comes. Here he comes right now. There is the former champion as he's walking out. The boos are loud.
Look at that suit,
And he knows it. He knows it.
He looks like Harrison Ford at the beginning of Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. Will it be Doom for his tournament chances today?
And her opponent with a record of 13 wins, 8 defeats, and 6 knockouts. He is the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ben the Boss Bateman! And you can see right away.
Right, a
Bateman-
couple rounds of applause, but mostly boos are the tone of the day for Bateman and the Dungeon.
All right, so our competitors have arrived. Round number 1 is about to begin in the Ultimate Schmoedown at the Scum and Villainy Cantina. Mark, what are the rules?
The
Be right
rules
back.
of round number 1 are as follows. Ben has to return that jacket to me by the end of the business day. As far as the competition itself, 8 questions in round number 1 will emerge for the field of competition. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. No stealing in round number
Some
1. We'll ask the
chocolates.
question. You have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt
Because
at an answer with
can't
whatever writing
have a
surface you
Schmoedown
prefer.
match without
Once we
it.
ask you by name or nickname, please
Sometimes.
show what you wrote to the camera, to the audience,
Okay, I
and
just
to us
pulled it out
as
of the
well.
fridge.
We ask you to
It's
write
kinda
big
frozen,
if you
so-
can. If you feel up to it,
I'll
write
wait
as
for it
big
to
as you
cool
can
down.
as long as you get that whole answer
Heat up.
in its complete form on the whiteboard. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Name for famous Forest Moon of Endor resident JTE. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, that's your repeat. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. We'll bring in managers, God forbid, and we will delineate to our heart's content. It will be your manager that confirms and ratifies if said challenge is taking place. So Christian, the competitors are set. Coy Jandreau looks ready, and Adam Witt looks like the security guard for a bachelor party.
Ben Bateman, are you ready?
You know, Perri, congratulations for making it the big show. It's a big day for you. I'm ready.
Perri Nemiroff. Perri Nemiroff, are you ready?
Shut up, Ben. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh!
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! Shots fired right away.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to start with new releases.
New releases.
Vince Vaughn stars as a serial killer called The Butcher who switches bodies with a teenage girl named Millie in this 2020 horror film.
And as always, we do ask the live audience to not even whisper what they think the correct answer is. And now, Christian Harloff with his Vince Vaughn impression.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Not very good.
no, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we start with Ben Bateman.
Is it freaky?
Freaky.
And Perri.
Got freaky.
Tie game.
Wow, I actually got that one.
All right.
I'm surprised at myself. It was a little
The
freaky
score
or
is even
Friday
unless
because
you're
it was,
counting the square footage of whiteboards.
It was like
Question number 2 is in the
Play
world
on
of crime
Freaky Friday.
movies, crime films, and your question. Which actor plays the lead role of Nicky Spurgeon, a seasoned con man, in the 2015 film Focus? This is what both competitors are doing right now.
Seems like it. We see ourselves
Locked in.
locked in
Ready
at
to
the
go.
moment. Listen, this is an intense situation.
5,
I didn't see the movie, but I'm
3,
pretty sure.
2, 1. Pens
Got
down.
the
Hands up, please. And we
question
start
right.
with Perri.
Will Smith?
That is correct. And Ben.
Okay.
Go Will Smith.
2-2. 2-2. Question 3 is going to come to you from the realm of fantasy sci-fi. This 1990s Tim Burton film features performances from Jack Black, Michael J. Fox, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Martin Short.
Finstock claims that's who he went
1990?
golfing with
Tim
last.
Burton?
Ooh, which one?
All
Those
four of
people
them.
specifically?
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. Ben Bateman.
Mine in the 90s.
Got Mars Attacks.
Yes, Perry.
I'm disappointed, but I'm happy that I wrote something this time.
Forgetting that's a 1990s
Ben
movie.
Bateman goes up here. 3-2.
I'm pretty sure it's like 1999.
And here's our next question.
the
All
very
right, it comes
end
in
of
the
the
category
90s.
of sports movies, athletic competition, and your question. Sean Astin wants to play football at the University of Notre Dame, but has neither the money for tuition nor the grades to qualify for a scholarship in this 1990s sports film.
Yeah,
That was a
it's
very
sports film, so I'm
specific
just going to sit this one out.
question.
It was. Well, I'd like to see them repeat it just to do it.
Yeah, I just read a paragraph.
Yeah, please ask for a repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up. We start with Perry.
Rudy.
Yes, it is. And Ben.
Rudy.
Correct. All right, so Ben Bateman right now, 4-3, 1 point lead over the scary Perri Nemiroff. And here is question 5. Famous actors and actresses. Which actress appears in the films Home Alone 3, Hail Caesar, and The Prestige?
No synopsis for you.
Now, not a book.
You could have just said A Hobbit Likes Football. Name the movie.
That's pretty accurate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And Ben.
I had Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, Perry.
Scarlett Johansson.
Perry hanging in there.
I didn't
Only
finish
down
my-
by 1.
She was in Home Alone 3.
Give ourselves 5.
I wasn't aware of that.
That's right.
Question 6.
Next category. Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Comedies. Oh, boy, yeah, get out of here. And your question
I think
for
I heard
a
an
point.
RB3 in there.
In the world of comedies, 2 veteran NYPD partners are on the trail of a stolen, rare, mint condition baseball card in this 2010 buddy cop film featuring Sean William Scott.
Both look stumped on
Even
that one, Mark.
Ben is
And
stumped.
my hope is that the baseball card is Bill Ripken, 1989 Fleer.
I like it. It's a little 5,
Holds it
4,
like this.
Yep. 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, here we go.
First one, you have 2 remaining. The category is comedies. Haha. The question. 2 veteran NYPD partners are on the trail of a stolen, rare, mint condition baseball card in this 2010 buddy cop film featuring Sean William Scott. I would love it if every question added more to the plot of Rudy. So we got into Holy Cross.
Sequel that never happened. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens
not
down.
sure of
Hands
himself.
up, please. We're going to start here with Perry.
The other guys?
It's incorrect. Ben?
Didn't have it.
Looking for the classic cop out.
Cop out. Cop out.
Cop out.
All right, so the only 1 point, but the
Sorry, Kevin Smith.
But the perfect round gone for Bateman, but he still has his lead 5-4 as we get to question 7. All right, which 19
what's the
in the
category?
realm of Oscars?
Thank you.
Thank you. Which 1994 film from director Robert Zemeckis won the Best Picture at the 1995 Oscars? So that was a big, even though Perry didn't get that, it was good for that Ben missed it because the perfect round is out now. 5, 4, 3.
I thought that
2,
movie came out in 1993.
Pens
I
down.
had a conversation with
Hands
a
up, here we
friend
go.
just
Start
today
with
about it.
Ben Bateman.
Forrest Gump.
Yes, Perry.
Forrest Gump.
Hey,
Look at that.
I guess
So-
it is 1994.
6-5. Perry only down by 1 here.
Still, you know, the
as we get
best
to our
movie
final
of 1994
We
is
got
The
us a
Lion
ball
King.
game. Your
I mean,
final category is
Let's not
horror
argue about that.
/ thriller movies. And the question: which actor appeared in the films Prometheus, Annabelle Comes Home, and Bone Tomahawk?
I'm not sure about Annabelle Comes Home, but
Trilogy of cinema right there. A lot of buckets of corn consumed during that middle movie.
Just grease dripping in your face. 5, 4,
Repeat the question.
First one for Perry.
All right, Perry and Ben both have 2 remaining. The category is horror/thriller. The question, which actor appeared in the films Prometheus, Annabelle Comes Home, and Bone Tomahawk?
Locked in, Perry is.
I like
I'm actually not sure of the answer.
I've never
that
seen
I've
Coy not
written
smile
down.
for this long.
Intense. You can feel it. 5.
Pretty sure it was
4.
in both Prometheus,
3,
and
2.
both Tomahawk.
Repeat the question.
So, second one
Oh,
for Bateman.
wow.
All right,
For
here we
Ben,
go.
and it is in the
Wow,
category of
that must be
horror
a really
thriller.
tough question then.
Which actor appeared in the film
I guess it's
Prometheus,
really not
Annabelle Comes Home,
the answer
and
I've
Bone
written down.
Tomahawk?
Bateman used 2 in this round. Perry used 1. We both used it on the same question. Very interesting here to see if one of them can pull
Hey,
it.
that's why the Lord giveth 3 JTUs.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, it's
1.
definitely not
Ben's
what
down.
I've written
Hands
down.
up, please, and we're going to start with Perry.
Is it Patrick Wilson?
It is Ben.
Patrick Wilson.
Both
Wow,
got
they
it.
got it.
Both got it.
They
What
got
a
it.
round! What a round! 7-6.
Yeah.
Bateman up by 1.
Really?
Going into the
Patrick
second
Wilson
round.
was
Mark,
an
it's the
animal
wheel
count
round.
home?
How does it go?
It is the wheel round, and I am pleased to say
that was
the
supposed to
wheel
be
is
like a
here today,
freaking
everyone. The wheel showed up.
creation.
It made it. We got that bag of
Yes, the
bones out of
Warrens
bed, and here
actually
at
did
2 Scum
show
and
up.
Villainy, so each competitor gets to
This
spin at the live
non-conjuring,
wheel once they
conjuring
settle on a
universe
category. 4 questions emerge from that particular
how much I
round.
know
Questions
about
worth
that
2
franchise.
points, unless you need multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we're told is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. Keep in mind, if you don't like what you spun initially, you may spin again as long as it didn't land on opponent's choice.
All right, so Ben Bateman is the higher ranked competitor and has a 1-point lead. So, Ben, you get to
little
choose. Would you
crooked,
like
like
to
the
go
crooked
first,
man,
or would you
but
like to defer
I got
to Perry?
3.
What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to defer. Perry, go for it.
All right, so we're going to give it to Perri Nemiroff. All right, so Perri Nemiroff is going to spin that wheel. Perry, get on in there. Give the wheel a
I
spin.
can't see anything.
We'll give
Can
it
I,
a
like do this and this for good luck.
You
Is
should
that
look for
allowed?
that Jurassic
All right.
Park spin. Give
I'm
it a
gonna
spin, and we'll give it a call and let you know
Come
what it is.
on,
And you can
Jurassic
spin it
Park.
if you want it.
Round and round. She loves seeing that Jurassic
She's
Park
looking
slice.
for
It's
it.
coming
She's
around.
looking for
It's
it.
close.
Oh, mixed bag, Perry. Mixed bag. So you get.
No one
60
likes
seconds
a
to
mixed
decide if
bag.
you want to keep it. So, she's looking
And there's
serene
Alfred
for
Hitchcock
that.
on the wheel.
Look at
Jurassic
that
Park.
dashing young
2010s
stud.
is also
Paul
pretty good for
Newman? He might have a future in this town.
What if, I mean,
That's
you got
a
to be able to
good-looking fella.
pull off that sweater vest. I like
God,
that.
look at that. It's a V-neck, too. Not as easy as the Gap models make it look.
That's right. All right, guys, we're going to have a decision here in just a moment.
Mixed bag.
All right, Perry, are you going to keep mixed bag or are you going to spin again? Going to spin again. All right, so she's aiming for a Jurassic
Spun
Park.
from the pigs, not the
She's
wheel.
all in on Jurassic Park.
Trying
Is
to
it
get
going to be
Jurassic
the
Park.
dinosaur
We're
movie?
looking for Jurassic Park, and it's going to be on.
Spin it.
Oh,
this is
that's
not
good
a
too for
bad
her.
play.
New releases.
Yeah,
New releases,
good
it is.
for
That's
her.
big. That's big for Perry. That is big
Yes.
for Perri Nemiroff. That is one of her slices for sure. All right. New releases is the category that Perri Nemiroff will be answering from. Perry, these are new releases anywhere between the last 18 months. All right, here is your first question.
Some
Perry,
chocolate.
who plays the character of Walter Simmons, the villainous CEO of a cybernetics corporation in Godzilla vs. Kong?
I think I know this.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
second one. Who plays the character of Walter Simmons, the villainous CEO of a cybernetics corporation in Godzilla vs. Kong?
Demian Bashir.
That's correct for 2 points.
Another well-spent JTE rule.
Smart by Perry, and used it wisely. Here's question 2. Actress Yoo Jung-yoon won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for which film that was released in 2020?
Minari.
For 2 more points. Okay. What 2020 thriller from director Derek Borte follows a man with rage issues who targets a woman after an altercation on the road? Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Run, B, The Call, C, Every Breath You Take, D, Unhinged?
Unhinged.
For one more point.
Okay.
Very good round number 2 in the category new
Pretty sure
releases so
Unhinged
far.
is the only
Here is
real
the
movie out
last
of those
question.
4.
All right,
Well,
here it
it's
is.
the only one I've heard.
Which action movie star plays the Emperor in the 2020 remake of Mulan?
Is it Jet Li?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Donnie Yen, B, Jackie Chan, C, Jet Li, D, Tony Jaa?
See, Donnie Yen was the
Donnie Yen.
teacher.
That is incorrect. Ben, for the
I'm
steal,
pretty sure
I'm going to
Tony
give you the
Jaa
question
was,
and then the multiple
The
answers.
villain. Jackie Chan wasn't
Which
even in the
action
movie, but
star plays the Emperor
prob-
in the
I'm
2020
pretty sure it was
remake
Jet Li.
of Mulan? Is it A, Donnie Yen, B, Jackie Chan, C, Jet Li, D, Tony Jaa?
It's Jet Li.
It is, and that's 1 point steal for Ben Bateman.
It's a big steal, Christian. That could
Big.
be crucial. Perry Cookin proving why she's the greatest host of movie talk in its storied history. But now Ben Bateman with a big steal there only trails by 3,
Taking
and now
jabs at
he
himself.
has a spin at the wheel.
All right, so now Ben Bateman will be spinning the wheel. Ben, give it a spin. Here we go. The boss looking
Ben
for a
from the
big
wheel, not the
spin here
pegs.
now. Trying to get himself a good lead. He can. If he has a category that he likes, he can get himself a nice, healthy lead. He's
Got some favorable categories on there.
Opponent's choice! Opponent's choice it
That's
is!
not a virtual wheel spin.
That is
That's
not
a real
virtual.
wheel spin.
That's not virtual.
It happened to land on opponent's choice.
It's real.
So now 60 seconds for the quirky merch.
Nudge
Perry
it
and Coy going to try to
slightly
piece together which
to
category
the
to,
right
saddle
and
Ben
give
Bateman
him
with.
Jurassic Park.
On the difficulty level of this versus what he might have picked.
That is the conundrum because he's not a dumb man.
All right, guys, do we have an answer? We're going to have to pick whatever's right for the wheel.
We're going mixed bag.
Mixed bag. All right,
Okay.
mixed bag it is. Not Jurassic Park, and mixed bag is
I
going
mean, he
to
could
be
know some
the
stuff.
category that Ben Bateman
from
gets.
Jurassic
Ben will
Park.
get 4 questions in the realm of mixed bag films.
It is currently 11-8. Ben Bateman trails by 3. He's about to face 4 questions in the world of mixed bag. Ben, make sure I can see your hands. I'm just kidding. We're live. It's okay. All right, sir.
He got me.
John Wick. Who plays John's mentor, Marcus, who helps him throughout the film?
Ian McShane? Is it Ian McShane?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Willem Dafoe.
Correct for 2
Yeah,
points.
that's Willem Dafoe.
All right, here
Ian
is
McShane is
question
in that movie. I
number
just can't remember.
2.
All right, for 2 more points.
he-
Which 1998 romantic comedy has the tagline, "In the history of partying, Huntington Hills High School is about to become legendary"?
Five, 4.
Maybe I should give John Wick
3.
another shot. I mean, I
Multiple choice.
saw it once.
All right, your 4 options
Didn't
for
really
1
get what the
point.
hype was
Is
all
it A,
about, but
Can't Hardly Wait,
didn't hate
B,
it.
She's All That, C, Varsity Blues, or D, Angus?
Five.
Can't hardly wait.
Is correct for a point. We are now tied at 11 apiece. Ben Bateman still has 2 questions remaining. Your penultimate query in the world of mixed bag is: in the film Scream, what classic horror film is the group watching when Randy explains the rules for how to survive a horror film?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, multiple choice. I'm not giving up that steal.
All right, your 4 options for 1 point. As Perry tries to contain her excitement. Ben, for a point. Is it A, Friday the 13th, B, Halloween, C, Nightmare on Elm Street, or D, The Thing?
The Thing? It's a very. Actually, I mean, Scream is a slasher film, so it's probably one of the slashers.
5,
which
4,
I'm pretty sure the thing
3,
is.
2
Halloween.
is correct.
All right, so Ben Bateman now sees himself up by 1 with his last question of this category in mixed bag.
I just got confirmation from Perry that that was the correct answer. Thank you. All right, boss, your final question in the world of mixed bag for 2 points. Nev Campbell plays Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's wife in what 2010's action film?
San Andreas? Or I don't know.
And
What's that
5,
skyscraper movie?
4,
Is it just called Skyscraper?
2.
Skyscraper.
And I like them as a couple. That is correct for 2 more points. So it's a 14 to 11 lead
That
for the
wasn't my
boss
first
after
answer.
round number 2.
I
He
couldn't
entered that
quite
round
remember
trailing
the
by
title,
3
so
after Perry
I
had a
guess no point
sterling
for me
round
there.
2 herself. Now it's Bateman once again on top by 3.
Perry's
couldn't
paying
get
a
the
hell of a
fact
game
that
here too. Gets
John
the opponent's
Schnepp kept
choice, gives
calling
him mixed
that
bag
movie
as a
Sky
smart move.
Hard
He had to check down to multiple
before it
choice.
came out.
Sees himself now up by only 3 going in round number 3 against Perri Nemiroff, and anything can happen in round
And you
number
see
3.
a contrast of managerial styles. Coy Jandreau more like a personal trainer. Adam and Ben looking like they're waiting for women to approach them at a bar.
Oh, they are in a bar.
And now we get to the rules of round 3. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same numerals as your opponent. Each integer corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, mystery. First question's worth 2 points. Next one's worth 3 points. And the final question
Well, the
is worth
mixed
your
bag
very
has
life.
been his opponent's
No, it's just
choice. Didn't
5
quite
points.
go the way
Relax.
they thought
There's no
they
penalty
would.
for missing a question. There is no stealing in round
they managed to
3.
narrow
So now for those numbers, we do go to the boss first. Ben, you enjoy
by
a
a lot.
3-point lead. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
I'm going to go 17, 7, and 3.
Oh, he went backwards.
17, 7, and 3, and for Perry.
11, 9, and 5.
11, 9, and 5 for Perry. She will be
She
going
also went backwards.
first. All right, so Perri Nemiroff, you chose category 11. Category 11.
And that's going to be in the world of Pixar films.
Pixar films.
Pixar.
for
She likes
Perry.
those
All right, Perry,
Pixar.
here is your 2-point question
as
in
do
the
I.
realm of Pixar films. You'll find the characters Forky and Gabby Gabby in which film in the Toy Story franchise?
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4.
Correct.
She cuts the lead to 1.
She
Just
needs
like
to hit
me.
this in order to
Trash!
avoid the TKO mark. She
And
chose
Forky's
category
Koi's favorite
number
character.
9. Category number 9.
That's going to be the world of musicals.
Musicals. All right.
I practiced.
Musicals. All right, here you go. Perry, which 1996 Muppet film features the songs Shiver My Timbers, Cabin Fever, and A Professional
Come on!
Pirate?
Muppets of Treasure Island. Come on! Sorry, it's Muppets Treasure Island.
Muppets Treasure Island.
That's correct!
It's not Muppets.
3
Wow.
more points.
Treasure
Tough to maneuver
Island.
those Muppet
She hit
titles.
it. So now Bateman. Yeah.
We're going to be challenging the title on that.
All right.
Come on.
What the answer? Give me the answer again. You said. You said. Well, I just want to confirm your answer with the challenge.
Muppets Treasure Island.
All right.
Muppets Treasure Island, right? Plural.
Okay. And okay, that's what she said. And you're challenging.
I'm challenging the title is not Muppets Treasure Island.
All right. Any further delineation or deliberation from managers before we make our ruling?
Okay.
We argue the in good faith title of film that is the title of the film title. It's not like the thing. It's-
Okay. Okay. Adam Witt, any last words before we make our ruling?
Yeah, I don't believe Muppets Treasure Island is the title of that film, right? The question was, what was the
Are you
title of that?
seriously challenging a Muppet question, Ben
The
Bateman?
opportunity to potentially steal.
All right.
Seriously?
No, there's no steal. It's just,
Oh, not the steal.
After you got a point for
Got
not
it.
getting the
Got it.
correct name of a Muppet movie. Unbelievable. This guy.
We're back and we have the combination. The challenge is that Perry said Muppets Treasure Island when in fact the name of the film is Muppet Treasure Island. That may be the case, although it is the feeling of the ruling body that Perri displayed, the knowledge in the proper form, Muppets, Muppet Treasure Island. We will accept Muppets Treasure Island as a correct answer for this match, and it is a 3-point game in the favor of Perri Nemiroff, Christian. Yes. So the challenge is overruled. Perri now retains that 3 points that she earned, and now that does avoid a TKO for Bateman. He now has to answer at least one movie trivia question in this round. He can tie Perri
he's got to answer
if he gets his 2-pointer.
Because even if he does get his 2-pointer, he has to answer his 3-point
category 17.
That's right. And Doug Williams' legendary number corresponds to the world of horror movies.
All right. Horror movies it is. Horror movies it is. All right, here it is.
All right, horror movies.
Actually, I don't know if
they're very scary.
I don't know if he's good or bad in horror.
And can also get you a tie in this match. For 2 points, Ben. Linda Blair plays Reagan O'Neill in what landmark 1973 film?
The Exorcist. Come on, even I know that. Stop milking it, you
You have
5,
1 repeat left.
4,
silly thing.
3, 2.
The Exorcist.
That is correct.
Everyone
2
knows
points
you
and the
knew
tie.
that.
We're gonna stick with Ben Bateman here to see if he can retake the lead with his 3-point question. Mark, he chose category 7. Category 7.
And that corresponds to my dear personal friend, Will Smith.
Will Smith is the 3-point question
He's
for
gonna get this.
Ben Bateman. All right, Mark, when you are ready, sir.
Ben, this could give you a 3-point lead if your answer is correct. The question: what actress stars alongside Will Smith as Rita Escobar in the film Wild Wild West?
You know what? I'm one of the few people who actually likes this movie, but
5,
I don't know. I can't
4,
remember.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
That's his final JTE rule. Category is Will Smith in the question.
cut
What
probably
actress stars
13.
alongside Will Smith in the film Wild Wild West?
That's probably not a movie he wanted to go back and revisit.
Rene Russo.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Salma Hayek.
Selma Hayek.
Salma
is-
Hayek.
So, here's where we stand. We're still tied up.
Still tied.
Perri Nemiroff
Perri has
hits
to
his
answer
5.
five.
She bounces it back to Ben Bateman. Here is the question for Perri Nemiroff. Perri, for her 5-pointer, chose category 5. Category 5.
All right, she's looking at movies about stuff that actually happened. That would be biopics.
Biopics for Perri
Biopics.
Nemiroff. All right, Perri, here is your 5-point question in the world of biopics. Steve Zahn plays Officer Tucker, who finds sympathy toward Ron Woodruff's developing cause stemming from his own father's Alzheimer's battle in this 2010's Oscar-winning film. Five, 4,
I'm gonna JTE.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one. Steve Zahn plays Officer Tucker, who finds sympathy towards Ron Woodruff's developing cause stemming from his own father's Alzheimer's battle in this 2010's Oscar-winning film.
Dallas Buyers Club.
That's correct. For 5 points. Wow. Perri Nemiroff has put herself in the position to win the game. If Ben Bateman hits it, we go to sudden death. If he misses it, Perri Nemiroff advances to the next round. All right, Mark. Ben chose category 3. Category 3.
Category 3. And that corresponds to a decade. It's a decade I believe Ben spent some time in. That would be the 1990s.
1990s.
Definitely
for
sometime.
the 5-point question. 5-point question. All right. Here it is.
All right, Ben, this is for the tie. Category of the 90s. Who stars as a successful architect having an affair with his secretary in Spike Lee's Jungle Fever?
on, miss this. He's got no repeats left.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wesley Snipes.
And we're going to sudden death, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Sudden death. It is. Ben Bateman hits the 5-point. And how did we think we were going to get here? Oh my goodness. Sudden death it is. Perri Nemiroff, Ben Bateman. What a round one match.
What more do you want? The first match of the tournament, and this is the proper way to kick it off. We're here live at Scum and Villainy taping this event. We have a raucous crowd, 2 game competitors. Why not do some sudden death? What do you say, folks? The crowd's ready to go, and now for the rules of sudden death. It's going to feel a lot like round number 1, except a whole lot more pressure. We're going to ask a question to the field. You simply write down your best attempt at an answer on whatever size whiteboard you prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to the audience, to us, and the camera. Make sure you got it right. Questions are worth 1 point, so if both competitors get a correct answer, we'll move on to the next question. If you both miss it, we'll move on to the next question. But if one of you gets it correct, the other incorrect, the correct answer or will be declared the winner of the match.
All right, so we asked Ben, are you ready? Ben, are you ready?
Yep.
Perri, you ready?
Let's do it.
She's in the tournament for a reason. This is why.
All right, here we go. Here's the first question. Here is the first question. Which actor stars as the title character in the 1972 American revisionist Western, Jeremiah Johnson?
All right, each competitor with 1 JTE roll in sudden death.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Ben.
Jeremiah! I did not get it. I put Clint Eastwood.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Bateman does it, but it was not easy.
Going deep into Westerns, a category made famous by John the Outlaw Roca. Ben has defeated the Outlaw earlier this season, and now Perri Nemiroff to go along with it as he advances in this tournament.
And she made him earn it, man, because she made him earn it. Perri Nemiroff becoming a first-round beast. Every time you play her, you got to sweat it, and the former champion had to do that today. Perri Nemiroff, what a battle it was, but Ben Bateman is the victor with the final score of 22-21.
I mean,
what a match.
They don't get any closer to that. That's Randolph Childress' number and Tim Duncan's number. 22-21. That is the final here today in the first match of the singles tournament. And now for an exclusive interview with the winner, Ben Bateman, and his manager, Kaiser. Oh, no, wait, he's somewhere else, Adam Witt. We toss it over to the great Steph Sabra.
First of all, big congratulations, Ben. Big win. It seemed like Perri almost had you there, though.
You know, Steph, you're new at this, but everybody always brings their A game against the boss. It's just how it is. So, you know, it was close, but was it really close?
I'm just replaying the moment where she said, "Shut up, Ben." But back to your win. Going into, you got mixed bag on the opponent choice. Were you at all nervous with that spin?
Well, mixed bag goes way back. It's the history of the Schmoedown. It's like season 4, season 5. Everybody decided that was the slice that you give people because you don't get categories, and you just never know what you're going to get. So I had the instinct on the 2 that I went to multiple choice, but better safe, and I knew she'd get that scream question right away, so just had to play careful.
I know that you won the tournament. This is where you do such great things. Now you're moving on in the tournament. How are you feeling about this one specifically?
Every year's a new year. You know, it's been a year and a half of really, really, really close matches, some wins, and obviously some devastating losses. We've got some work to do in the dungeon if we want to bring home that trophy, and I'm a big part of that. I'm team captain, so I know what I have to do, and I feel as focused.
Ooh!
Speaking about the dungeon, we've been seeing a lot of you lately, and the people seem to be rallying behind you. Kaiser hasn't been here. Is there anything going on?
Steph, you could cool it with that line of questioning with Adam.
I'm not going to replace John Kaiser. John Kaiser put this entire team together. I'm under his tutelage. I have a little different things I do in training, but I'm not here to replace John Kaiser. I'm here to support what he's built with the dungeon, which is maniacs like this guy that know this amount of questions and they're going to tear through this tournament.
I'm hearing you, but I'm also seeing matching outfits. So I think there might be a little bit different narrative coming to play. But Ben, moving forward in this tournament, is there any specific player that you're looking out for, hoping to lose, hoping to compete?
Well, you know, Steph, I don't know even who's honestly in this tournament at this point. There's so much chaos, there's so many matches going on. But if I get a chance to finally play against Jeff Snyder in singles, I'd be pretty happy about that one. I've never seen that guy.
That could be an interesting one.
I'd say I want to play against Dan Murrell, but he's going to be champ till the end of the year, so he won't be in this tournament.
Perri made her singles debut, and she
he's
did
not the
incredible.
champ
How did you feel
anymore.
about her performance against you tonight?
They
Look, I'm
clearly
going to give Perri a hard time.
shot
any
this
chance I
before
get,
the
but
live
at the end of
event.
the day, she's a real player, and she took out Kalinowski last year, and as much as I want to downplay that man's legacy, he truly has a legacy, so I knew what I was walking into.
Better than
I knew
yours,
that,
that's for
he played
sure.
very well. It could have just as easily been a flipped sudden death question. It could have been over, so.
Well, Ben, congrats and good luck moving forward in this tournament. Good to see both of you. Back to you at the desk.
All right, well, Christian, you see a very happy, a very jubilant celebration of winning just one match there. Ben Bateman, but acknowledging that Perri Nemiroff was a formidable opponent.
Of course. I mean, how could you not? She pushed him into sudden death, and that would have been massive not only in scale of, the rankings, but because the dungeon needed this. This is one of their lead horses who had to get through the first round. The interesting thing to me was the question that Steph asked about Adam Witt and Kaiser. Adam Witt has looked like he's been the one driving the dungeon bus. Where is Kaiser? What's going on? What's going to happen? Ben Bateman shut it down. But Kaiser said, oh, no. I think there's more to that story. I think there's more to what's going on with Witt and managing as much as he is, because I don't know where Kaiser is.
They're in the dungeon. Kaiser apparently in the basement wearing an iron mask. We'll tackle that with later Schmoedowns, I'm sure. But right now we go back to Steph Sabra for an interview with the Corky Mercs, Coy Jandrew, and Perri Nemiroff, victorious even if in defeat.
Perri, Coy, I know that didn't end the way we wanted, but Perri, what a match you put up, everyone. Sudden death. Bringing it to sudden death on your singles debut in 2021. What's running through your mind right now?
Why do I feel like I won right now?
You are a winner.
You're a winner in our
This was
hearts.
probably one of the best feelings that I've had after a match, because it was a perfect example of how, like, all of the pep talks and all the training that I did with Bibbs, it paid off. We've been working together so closely for the weeks leading up to this, and I actually just did all the things we talked about, and I feel really good about it.
You really did that, Perri. You did that. That was an incredible match to watch. And Coy, I know that you were so excited, cheering her on the entire way, saying this is why she's in the tournament, and I'm sure you're proud now, even after the loss.
It was a win. I'm not being deluded, but the guys held a belt, and everyone scoffed at Perri. Not everyone, enough people I watched scoffed at Perri in the tournament, and I was like, no, you're about to see why Perri's here. So I stand by that last statement right before a 1972 action movie question that is very much his wheelhouse. He missed Selma Hayek. He's also the only guy on the poster in that movie for the 5-pointer. I love you, PJ, but I'm aware of that. Now, the thing about this is, I'm really impressed with the way she played with JTEs, the way she dropped down, all of the actual tactics, plus knowledge. Everything we talked about she did, and she didn't have ring rust. She walked in here and did that right there. He's had a belt. She will have a belt. I'm so proud of her. This is why she's a quirky merc. This is why you don't read message boards. Champion.
Perri, that's how I'm feeling. You didn't win today, but I feel like everyone's going to be so excited looking at you in the future, knowing that you're a huge competitor. And after that challenge, I have to ask you, were you a little bit nervous in taking it to round 3 to the sudden death?
I was very nervous with the challenge because, I don't know what I said, to be honest, when that
Everything
came
of that
up. I kind of just went
Ravenclaw
into
flag
panic
behind
mode.
her.
But, going into sudden death, I know that he has a solid foundation there, and I'm a little rocky in some categories. So the second they said 70s, I knew what kind of position that I was going to be in. But a big thing that I'm working on right now is to never let something go. You make an educated guess. You never know what could happen. And I did that. I ticked that box, and I'm happy with it.
I gotta say regarding the challenge, that was the first time as a manager I was like, I don't even know how to compute how dumb this is. I've never walked up to a mic and been like, are you serious right now? Ben, perfectly nice guy. The boss, I don't like to deal with him. So it was a real interesting moment of I can't articulate how incredulously dumb this moment is for me because it's the movie, and in good faith, how are you that guy again?
Like, there's only so many times you can be that guy. He's running out of that
I am
guy.
Squish
I gotta say,
things!
you're known for being a talker, and that was like the shortest sentence you ever gave, was your explanation of the challenge.
Like, I walked up to the mic like, is there an "Are you serious" clause? Can I just hold up a sign? Like, I felt like Looney Tunes. I was like the Roadrunner, like, meep. Like, bruh? I need a bruh button to play Ben Bateman. I need a bruh button. Because, like, dude, come on. Beat her fair and square. She almost beat you fair and square. And I love that we got in his head and lived there. She has real estate in there. She beat Kalinowski last year. She almost beat Bateman in the first round of the tournament. Both belt holders. Who's she going to get in the head of next? Who's she going to beat next year?
Come on, resume. Perry, well, I'm hitting the bruh button for you every single time. I can't wait to see what you do next. Congrats on tonight, even though you didn't come out with the win. Good to see you both. Back to you at the desk.
That's a win.
And how about that? Perri Nemiroff obviously getting the love from this crowd as she should, and getting the love from her manager. And Koi's right. She was there. There were some people like, oh, wait a minute. Well, this is a lower seed. This will probably be an easy match for Bateman. It was anything but an easy match. Perri pushed him to the limit. Perri in that first round is not someone you want to meet because of what she did here today.
And Bateman also realizing how crucial it was to not give away a possible steal opportunity, checking to multiple choice, knowing Perry's wealth of knowledge, particularly in the horror movie genre, but particularly in the Scream genre as well. So much fun, back and forth, zigging and zagging. 22-21 is your final. Ben Bateman advances, but Perri Nemiroff just might have won our hearts.
And the only thing I'll say to Koi Ginger as far as the stupidest challenge I ever saw, Kate. Moving on. What? What happened? What happened? I didn't say anything.
Sound like you said one name there. So anyway, that's Christian. I'm Mark, and what a way to kick off the tournament here live at Scum and Villainy Cantina in Hollywood, California.
That's right. Woo! And you talk about that energy. That's the Scum and Villainy Cantina. That's happening. Kalinowski and Chandru playing on the 14th. And ladies and gentlemen,
Chandru.
New York, Brooklyn, we are back October 9th. It's during Comic-Con weekend. Get there. There are only a few tickets left, and the Schmoedown Spectacular. Number 6. That is happening on December 4th, downtown LA. Get your tickets now before it is all sold out. That is going to be the biggest event we have ever done of all time. So, for Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff for this great crowd here at the Scum and Villainy Cantina. We'll see you next time.
See, that right there is why the Quirky Mercs are the best faction in the Schmoedown, because even when they lose, they feel like they win. And they can make you feel like they won when they lose. And obviously that challenge, I mean, where do you get off, Ben Bateman? Where do you get off? You have no business challenging a Muppets question after that shenanigans you pulled in the free-for-all. I'm so angry about this, I can just... Ben Bateman. Anywho, Perri played great. It would have been so great to see her beat that guy and wipe that smug, smile off his face. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Obviously, he trained for Roka with Westerns, so he was going to get that Westerns question. But, you win and you lose when the Schmoedown. Next time they're going to face each other, and they will, she ain't gonna take it that easy on. She ain't gonna be that easy on him. And like Koi said, he missed a couple good ones. So if anything, even though Ben Bateman won, he's definitely he looked worse in that match than Perri did. Let's just put it that way. Definitely not as bad as I did, because I only answered 8 questions. However, I was able to at least get 2 correct questions per round at the very least, minus the sudden death round, obviously. But I was able to keep up, and I'm pretty proud of an 8-point game. Said nobody ever. But that's the way of life, and that's the way of the Schmoedown. And speaking of which, I have now all caught up with all the Schmoedown matches that I've missed out on, just in time for their to be more new ones starting tomorrow. So yeah, I guess I should start editing. I've already edited, I believe, the first match of Bibbs versus Blunden. Should probably get on editing some of the rest. But yeah, Schmoedown. This is my life right now. Thank you for watching and keeping up with me as I've tried to keep up with some Schmoedown matches. I'll see you some other time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.